Welcome to the NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series Season 2. We are live from Texas Motor Speedway for our third race of the season. The cars are lined up and ready to go. We have 16 competitors here today that have qualified already. The winner, if they have not already won, will earn themselves a spot in this year's chase. They will also earn valuable playoff points that can be used during the chase to help them advance through the rounds. This is the third race Texas will host for the NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series. Let's go ahead and take a look at our cars to watch today's favorite. First up, he's looking to become the third driver along with Joey Logano and Jimmie Johnson to win back-to-back races. It's the Ford 14 of Clint Bowyer. He won at Atlanta last week. He's looking to win at Texas this week. He started off strong with qualifying by winning the pole. Now, speaking of Jimmie Johnson, we have the 48 of Jimmie Johnson. He has an average finish of 1.5 at Texas in the spring race last year. This race, he finished second, and he's the most recent winner at Texas. He won the chase race, the fall race, at Texas. Now we have the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. He has one career win at Texas. It was the spring race last year. And finally, he has his best starting position of the season. It's the 11 of Denny Hamlin. He's had a rough year so far, but he had a solid qualifying session. He qualified fourth. Watch out for the 11 car. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Texas track today. It has changed slightly from last year. We are starting on a 4-lane racetrack instead of a 2-lane racetrack. Cars will come out of the 4-lane into a flat section that turns into a lane merge where they will battle for the finish line. And we are happy to introduce, for the first time ever, the NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series pace car. This is the Hot Wheels 50th anniversary Lamborghini Countach. It looks absolutely stunning in red and blue with some very nice rims. We are happy to say this car will be taking a run on the track before each race. Here it goes down Texas. Very nice run from the Lamborghini Countach. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at our race format. We'll have 8 races of 2 cars and 4 races of 2 cars. And finally, Stage 3 will be a battle of 4 cars for the win. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Stage 1 matchups before we get racing. Let's take a look at our first matchup of Stage 1. It's your pole sitter, the 14 of Clint Bowyer, taking on the 16th place qualifier, the 21 of Paul Menard. Paul Menard struggled this season. He takes on a fellow Ford, though, here in Clint Bowyer. Bowyer's on the outside, Menard's on the inside. Bowyer gets the early jump, and he will easily defeat Menard, who tries to cross him over at the end. You can see Bowyer absolutely destroyed Menard on this restart. Menard had no chance. He tried to cross over at the very end, but it wasn't enough. Bowyer took the Stage 1 win easily. He'll pick up 5 regular season points. Menard will get 1. Here's our second matchup. We have the Daytona 500 winner, qualifying second, the 3 of Austin Dillon, versus qualifying 15th, the 4 of Kevin Harvick, who's struggled this year. Harvick's on the outside. Dillon's on the inside. Dillon gets the jump. He will easily beat Harvick as he moves to block him at the end. You can see Dillon gets a nice restart, is able to pull away from Harvick by about a car length, moves over into that right lane to block the 4 from any potential run. Now, we have qualifying third, the 48 of Jimmie Johnson, a one-time winner here at Texas, taking on his teammate, the rookie, the 24 of William Byron. Byron's on the outside. Johnson's on the inside. We're off. Johnson gets a slight nose and will hold off Byron for the win there. It was neck and neck off the restart, but when we hit the flat section, Johnson was able to easily pull away from that 24 car and take the win. He's headed to Stage 2. Now we have the 11 of Denny Hamlin qualifying fourth, taking on the 9 of Chase Elliott. Little bit of a rivalry here, if you know what I mean. So, it looks like we will have Hamlin starting on the outside and Elliott on the inside. Hamlin gets the early jump, and he will hold off Elliott. Very clean race from the 2 cars. You can see Hamlin got about a half car length lead and was able to just hold on to it until the very end when he pulled away from Elliott a little more. So Hamlin's headed to Stage 2. Now we have qualifying fifth, the number 2 of Brad Keselowski, taking on the Chevy from Richard Childress Racing, the 31 of Ryan Newman, who has had a tough season this year after doing very well last year. Keselowski's on the outside, Newman's on the inside. Keselowski gets the early jump. He'll hold off Newman. He gives him a little shot at the end of the race there. Keselowski had a half car length lead as we entered the flat part of the track. When we got to the lane merge, he pulled away. Newman ran into the back of the car there. Now, qualifying 6th, we have the 22 of Joey Logano versus the 88 of Alex Bowman, who after a strong performance at Daytona has really struggled, looking to get his season back on track. Logano's on the inside. Bowman's on the outside. Logano gets the lead. He will bump Bowman and finish off by winning and heading to Stage 2. Very good race. Logano got about a half car length lead, but when we hit the flat section, Bowman was able to close in. Logano's does a nice job of bump drafting the 88 to win the race. Now we have the 18 of Kyle Busch qualifying 7th versus the 10 of Eric Almirola qualifying 10th. Almirola struggled this year. Kyle Busch has been solid. Busch on the outside, Almirola on the inside. Almirola spins across the finish line, but will win. Take a look at this race. Almirola got the early jump on the 18. The 18 got into him a little at the end of the race. Here you can see got into that rear quarter panel, spun him around, but the 10 is headed to stage 2, picking up those 5 regular season points. Now we have the 41 of Kurt Busch taking on the 78 of Martin Truex Jr., a one-time winner. Busch qualified 8th. The Truex Jr. qualified 9th. Busch is on the outside, Truex on the inside. The 41 gets the early lead and will hold off the 78 for the stage 1 win. He is headed to stage 2. They were neck and neck, really, and then Busch was able to pull away when we entered that lane merge. We are now headed to stage 2. Winners get 5 regular season points. Losers will get 1 regular season point. Here's a look at your matchups. We have 8 cars, 4 total matchups. The winners are headed to stage 3. We have the 41 of Kurt Busch qualifying 8th, taking on his teammate, the pole sitter, the 14 of Clint Bowyer, who's going for back-to-back wins. Busch is on the outside, Bowyer's on the inside. Neck and neck off the start! Too close to call, look at this. It was neck and neck. No one really got a better restart. Busch had a nose maybe, but in the end, Bowyer bumps him and is able to get the win. What a close race. Bowyer does a great job of bump drafting to advance to stage 2, looking for a second straight win. Now we have the 10 of Eric Almirola, another Stewart Haas car, taking on the 3 of Austin Dillon, a one-time winner this season. Dillon on the outside, Almirola on the inside. They're neck and neck off the start, but Austin Dillon's able to pull away in the flat section of the track. You look at the restart, it was real close off the start. Almirola even probably got the jump, but he hit the flats, and Dillon was able to pull away as the 10 car got a little bit loose. Dillon is headed to stage 2. Now we have the 22 of Joey Logano qualifying 6th, taking on the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, who qualified 3rd. These two have some history at Texas. They faced off here before. It was Jimmy Johnson taking the win from Joey Logano last season in the chase. Logano is looking for his 4th career win. Jimmy Johnson is looking for his 5th career win. Logano's on the outside, Johnson on the inside. It's neck and neck. Logano gets the win. Excuse me. Logano got a great restart, but Johnson was able to close the gap slightly on the flat portion, but it wasn't enough. Logano is headed to stage 3, picking up 5 regular season points. Now I have Logano's teammate, the 2 of Brad Keselowski. He qualified 5th, taking on Denny Hamlin. He qualified 4th. The 2 versus the 11. 2 on the outside, 11 on the inside. 11 gets a great restart. Here comes Brad Keselowski. He will rally for the win. He's headed to stage 3. Hamlin got the better restart, but Keselowski was able to come back, got a great run on the outside, and was able to pull off the win, shocking the 11 car. Fantastic comeback from that 2 car. We are headed to stage 3. We have our 4 cars ready to go. Winner picks up a lot of regular season points and playoff points. We have 3 Fords, 1 Chevy, no Toyotas. Our first matchup features 2 of the Fords. The Penske 2 car with Brad Keselowski versus Stewart Haas 14 car with Clint Bowyer. Clint Bowyer is looking for his 2nd career NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series win. Keselowski is looking for his 4th. Bowyer's on the outside. Keselowski's on the inside. Bowyer smokes Keselowski. Not even a competition. Excuse me again. My goodness. Bowyer just absolutely creamed Keselowski. Nothing Keselowski could do about that. The 14 just has the superior car. Now, we have qualifying 2nd, the 3 of Austin Dillon, versus qualifying 6th, the 22 of Joey Logano. Another Penske car. Richard Childress is looking for a 2nd win this year. Penske, with Joey Logano, is looking for his 5th career win. Joey Logano will beat Dillon. Look at the replay. Joey Logano, Austin Dillon really evenly matched off the start. Dillon even began to pull away, but Logano was able to bring it back. Dillon tried to bump draft him, wasn't enough. So now, here is your final matchup for the win. We have the 22 of Joey Logano looking for his 4th career NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series win, taking on Clint Bowyer looking for a 2nd career NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series win. 14 versus 22. 22 on the outside, 14 on the inside. We're off, and it'll be Clint Bowyer taking the win from Joey Logano. Bowyer got the better restart, and Logano wasn't able to do anything about it. He couldn't get to Bowyer, gave him a little nudge at the end. Bowyer becomes the 3rd winner, third race car driver to win 2 races in a row. He burns it down here at Texas. Congratulations to Clint Bowyer on his 2nd career win. He will celebrate in victory lane with lots of beer, I am sure. Congratulations to Clint Boyer on his second career win and his second win this season as he goes back-to-back here in the NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series. We will see you next week for race 4. Let's go ahead and take a look at the finishing order here on the screen. Penske had a solid day, finishing 2nd and 4th with their 2 cars. The highest Chevy was Austin Dillon. He finished 3rd. Meanwhile, Toyota struggled mightily, with the highest finisher being Denny Hamlin. Here's a look at points after the Texas race. Austin Dillon still leads the regular season with 50. Boyer is cutting into that lead, though, with back-to-back wins. He's at 41. Keselowski and Logano, the 2 Penske drivers, are 3rd and 4th, respectively. Kyle Busch rounds out the top 5. Meanwhile, Byron, Harvick, and Menard remain the only 3 drivers to not win a stage yet this season, as they have 3 points apiece. Hamlin has a solid day. He climbs in the points standings a little bit, as does Almirola along with Kurt Busch with their stage 1 wins. Valuable points earned that will help them come as we get into the chase later this year, as we get into that race. Let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff points and wins. Boyer has 2, Dillon has 1. Meanwhile, in the playoff points race, Boyer so far now has the lead with 10. Dillon has 9. Logano and Bowman both have 3. Keselowski has 2 after back-to-back 3rd and 4th place finishes. So thank you so much for watching here from Texas Motor Speedway. Congratulations to Clint Boyer's drivers, or crew chiefs, I should say. You had a fantastic day. You have back-to-back wins. I will put their names down in the section below if you want to check out their channels. So that's all for now. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later. Peace.